What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. It is the 13th day of August, and it's a brand new day here with 23 hours, 18 minutes left in the day. Sitting here at $116.2 thousand. Looks like we moved up, you guys. Looks like we're having that move up, and man, every left and right, the bears are getting trapped and slaughtered all the way up. If we're looking at this, I'm actually kind of curious. Let's see. Looking at these liquidation levels. Okay, hold on. Over the past 30 days, we can refresh it. I'm sure the shorts have gone down. Let's see. Okay, not too much. Let's see the past day. I wish those left on the past day. Man, the shorts are still piling on, you guys. What is this? You guys are crazy. You're crazy. You guys, you understand, we've been moving up day after day, wiping out billions of dollars of shorts. Well, maybe not wiping out. I shouldn't say that, but making billions of dollars of shorts close their positions, liquidate, and then open up positions at other prices, or maybe layer in to add to their liquidation levels. One way or another, day after day, there's $2 billion of shorts put on in a 24-hour period, and we just keep moving up. Yes. The longs have more. There's more longs than there are shorts on the daily, on the 30-day, as we just saw, and on the weekly. There's more longs than shorts, and I'm very positive that there will be a reckoning because of this. We will see a little bit of a shakeout over the coming days, if not maybe sometime next week. Probably right after the FOMC meeting, if I'm thinking clearly here. I wouldn't be surprised if we kept moving up into the 17th, and then on that day we dropped, right? Buy the hype, sell the news, that whole thing. And then maybe within like a 3-day period after that, or a 5-day period, maybe a week period after that, going into the end of the month, we start to rally again. That would be my expectations. But clear out some of these longs, make people think as we're climbing higher, oh no, this is just a lower high. It really is the bear market. That was that second chance, and now we're going lower. You're going to hear a lot of people say that. I'm psychic. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. I'm not perfect with everything, but man, I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have some people who think they know what they're talking about telling you, see, that's the second top. That's the suckers rally right there. That's the bull trap. That's your chance to get out if you're wanting to get out before the bear market starts. And then boom, then we move higher. We find support at prior areas of support back here. Anyways, I really wouldn't be surprised in the least if we did see prices move higher between now and the 17th into that Federal Reserve announcement of rate cuts being had. We might drop even before then. We could drop the day before. The meeting is on the 16th, so maybe the news happens on the 16th and things start to shift from there. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was the fact that we move up until the 17th and then on the 16th or on the 17th we drop, or maybe even the day after. It is the weekend. It is Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday, so it's the weekend. Typically, Bitcoin is very bearish on the weekend. Or I shouldn't say bearish, my bad. Neutral, very boring. That was the B word I was looking for. Very boring on the weekend. And I theorized that what's going to happen this weekend is we close up. We have a bullish weekend. We close to the upside. Okay, on Sunday, we're higher on Sunday than we are now on closing on Friday. Okay, and with that, we'll leave a gap. We'll have a gap. The shorts clearly have no problem adding every single damn day $2 billion to shorts, okay? These liquidation levels are going to come down because it's the weekend. There's less trades going on. But on Monday, whenever we open up with that gap to the upside, I bet that's going to give a lot of people the urge to short. And all we're doing is just shorting all the way up. When you do that, this thing doesn't stop. It's going to keep moving. So we'll keep moving up, probably all the way to 120K, 122K, something like that, somewhere in this area, and then shake back out to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if we found support at about 117.5K, and then from there continue to rally. It's very possible that we do it one of two ways, okay? These are the two ways that I really see this happening, okay? One, we find resistance here in the golden ratio by the 17th, if not on the 17th, we're up in this area, and then we come back down to the 0.5, which is at about $115.4 thousand. Or we come down to the 382, which is down at about 113.5 thousand. Hold on, you guys. It's nighttime for my oldest, and she is feisty. Let's just say that. Anyways, golden ratio. This is the one of two scenarios that I see. Golden ratio resistance down to the 0.5382 area for support. Okay. Or, and this is what I'm starting to really think is going to happen, is we move up to the 786, maybe even the 886, something above 120K but below 122.2K, something in that area, and then come back down to 117.5K to find support. Or maybe we come and find support, you know, down there. It's basically two scenarios as far as where we go to the upside, with like four scenarios of where we would retrace back to, right? Each upside scenario has two possibilities of where we would find support, right? But there's two upside scenarios. So I'm starting to think that we will just keep pushing higher. This move is going to be relentless. I very much anticipate that what we're going to see here is going to be very similar as far as the movement goes to what we saw back in April to mid-May, late May. But I think it's going to be more robust overall. Okay, we will have moments, weeks, days where we're consolidating, right? We're figuring ourselves out. But for the most part, we're not going to give it back. People are going to keep waiting for pullbacks all along the way. Moving sideways like this will give people time to short, give the longs time to get out, and then rip through the roof when we hit that maximum capacity. That's just how I'm perceiving it to happen. Either that, or we're just going to move. I really do expect that this next move is going to be faster, not just than the last move, but really faster than anything else we've seen this whole damn cycle. We are very robust, you guys. Very, very robust here. Moving up 4.6% this week. It's nice to see. This is a proper reaction, indeed, you guys. I love seeing it. Let's see. Let's take this here from a high to a low. Okay, the prior all-time high to the low. We hit the 1272 back at the 100 area. Beautiful, beautiful support. Undeniably, we'd be moving up at a very rapid pace to about $140,000. Okay, that might be our next kind of momentary stopping point, and then we continue to rally, going up to 150 to 160K, and inevitably up to 180K and beyond. I would think that we're at 180K sooner than later, well before the end of this year, you know, sometime in October. But if we don't get there by the end of October, maybe it's November. I wouldn't be surprised in the least if by the end of the year we were not just pushing 200,000, but well above it as well. And I think that this move overall really is going to persist into January. That sounds kind of crazy. It's not how we've moved so far this cycle, but I really do think that, you know, maybe with the exception of one significant stop in between, maybe something like this or something like this, you know, something that's kind of minor in between, not any of these large consolidation phases. I think that we really are just moving up through January. And then we'll consolidate February, March. March will start to move up again for that finale finish. I think a lot of people are going to assume that the December, January high, wherever it is that we top off, they're going to assume that that's the end of the bull cycle. And we're going to have one last push, one last little sucker's rally, finale finish to this bull market to really end things off. But we'll see. You know, we're months away from all that stuff, so like half a year away from where I think we're going to be at the end of the cycle. So there's a lot of time for things to change, a lot of time for the price to develop. But things are looking really good here, you guys. Things are looking really, really good. I don't really know what else to say. Let's look at the short-term stuff and see what's going on, okay? Like I said, it is the weekend. I don't expect this to be too easy to decipher. The weekend, typically, whatever it looks like it's going to do, you do the opposite. You do look bullish. You do look very bullish with this RSI, I must admit. We can throw the other indicators on there, too. Stochastics look bullish. The MACD looks bullish as well, so I'm going to stick with the upside. But again, it is the weekend. Things are tricky sometimes. I'm expecting this weekend to close to the upside. Everything looks bullish, man. 4 hours, stochastics, RSI, and the MACD, they all look great. A little bit of bearish divergence on that MACD. MACD on the daily looks great. You guys, we're about to cross up on the daily time frame, right? The last time that we did that was back here in April. This is exactly why I'm comparing what we're going to do now with what we did in April, except I think it's going to be at a larger, kind of faster pace. Fantastic stuff is coming our way. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. I've said it all. Okay, there's one thing actually I do want to look at real quick. Let's look at this real quick. Because we did, yes, oh my goodness. I'm sorry if that clap was loud. I'm not sorry at the same time. Look at this, guys. So we had the bearish cross, and I was worried about this for a second because we just crossed down here, and we knew that we'd come back up, but I thought that we'd go lower. I thought we crossed down, and we didn't go lower, which is just wild. You don't normally see that, but here it looks like we're about to cross up. With that being said, okay, notice how when we crossed down here, that was literally right when the cross happened, that was at the low, right? When we cross up, if we're far away from this ribbon, we probably do come back to it. So that area there at about 113.5K, why is that significant? Why does that ring a bell? If we take the all-time high to the relative low that we had here on the 1st of September, our 382 is right at that area. And again, one of those scenarios that we laid out was that you'd move up to this area and then back down to this area, right? Maybe we do a third scenario where we go all the way up to this area and then you pull back to the 382. I don't know. But it wouldn't surprise me if in the midst of our volatility of whatever we do, we come back down and we touch this ribbon before moving higher, okay? So again, same message that I started with or left with in the video, like 2 videos ago that I made. If we see prices below 114K, the bull market is not dead. The bear market has not begun. There's nothing wrong with crypto. It's what we call in the business standard volatility, okay? And at this point in time, I think it's something to be expected. I do expect that we move up first, but that 113.4K area it's looking magnetic, to say the least. As the days go on, these ribbons will continue to grow. So instead of 113.4K, it'll be 113.5, 114K, whatever. But something around this area would make sense to venture back to. If not, and we just keep growing, awesome. I love it. I hope you love it. Hit the like button. I love you. Subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.